Okay, everybody, welcome to the raw and uncut version of the SellOut Show, where we highlight my mug from GONG that they sent me that says the SellOut Show, but it's all about
feedback. Like not the bad microphone kind of feedback. No, it's about go get feedback, and you need it. You know you need it. But we understand why you don't get it. So we've got some really awesome tips about how to go get it and just how to embrace it, like how to bring it on in, and
how to get better because of the feedback.
Yes. All right.
So here we go.
Watch the
whole thing.
An uncut version. This one's kind of a short one, but you should be able to watch the whole thing.
And there are sharks at the end, so don't miss that.
Sharks, yeah.
Welcome everyone to the SellOut Show, where we are always sold out. I am Dianna and I am the irreverent sales girl, where my mission is to bring a dash of dignity to the art of selling.
Hey Dianna, hey everyone, I'm Shawn Sandy. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer at the Selling Agency, where we coach humans how to sell to other humans. And part of being a good human is understanding what you're doing and how it impacts other people. Because if you don't ever get feedback, then you're like Boss Hogg from the Dukes of Hazzard. You don't care.
I know. So our episode today is so perfect. It's about feedback, and it just occurred for me. You know, I got this beautiful mug from GONG, who I love, and they customized it for me. It says the SellOut Show on it.
Nice.
Thumbs up to GONG. But do you remember the GONG show?
Yeah. Well, that's back. Like they have like a new version, which the guy drives me a little bit insane. But they have a new version on right now.
I mean, that's feedback, right? Your performance sucks, GONG. I don't think that's exactly what GONG is all about. But anyway, this is something that you do with your sellers all the time. Is you encourage them to do feedback. You listen to phone calls. So I thought it'd be really, maybe you even do role playing, but I thought it'd be really cool for us to spend a little bit of time talking about how much better you get and what are the best ways to get feedback. What do you think? Should we talk about that?
I love that. Yes. Yes. Feedback. So recording calls, there's so many different ways you can do it. One of my favorite things to do, I said this to one of my other clients yesterday, somebody please take me on sales calls. Like, put me in coach. I'm the best wing woman ever. I love going out with my sellers. I love going out with my sellers because there's no better place to give you feedback than like IRL, in real life. Like, what are you doing in real life?
IKR.
So goofy. Take someone with you. Take someone with you. Yeah. For how many times did you ever, like, oh my God, my sales crew, I've gone on so many meetings by myself, and sitting in my car afterwards replaying them, I'm often wondering, did that come off as rude? Or, you know what, should I have said this or something? I mean, I could have, oh my gosh, I wish I would have had someone there to bounce it off of and to get that feedback. It's so critical. If you want growth, get a third-party subjective opinion. You know, if you look in a mirror, you're going to see what you want to see. And I think that, self-reflection is really important, but you're only going to be limited to what you can see about your own self. And it's colored by all your own thoughts and your garbage and all your hot mess inside, whatever. How do you, third-party feedback? You need someone else to give you feedback.
You do. I mean, one of my clients that I sell for uses GONG. So this is not a total pitch. One of the clients I sell for uses Chorus. Sorry, GONG. But what's super powerful about it is they listen to what I'm doing, and then they catch things. So it's had me ramp up with this client to get to effectiveness much faster, because they're like, oh, this is what's behind what they just said, or this is what they were really asking for here. So I'm learning their product to sell it much faster. But also I can listen to other people selling and see what they're doing. So that's been unbelievably helpful. Do you do video recording for the clients that you coach? Or
some of them. some of them, some video is a little bit harder to get their clients, to participate in, but we'll do, especially if clients out of town, we'll do some role play via video. And then we'll play it back, and that's really a good opportunity to talk about body language. And you have so many ticks and giveaways and cues that you don't even know you're doing. That even if it's just a role play is not always the best real life indicator, but you don't know that you do things like feedback we've gotten, like, Shawn, stop messing with your hair. Like,
oh no, this is the hair show. This is us.
But you don't know you're doing it until you see yourself doing it. So there's the physical feedback via video. But I think the best one is to be there in real life and like have someone on a sales call with you. Like, I'm really going to push that one today. Bring someone else in, let them observe you, and let them sit back and take it in. So video is good, but you can only do so much, like role play. You could record with your client's permission. If you're doing a video call, you could record that and then, assess your performance afterwards. But real life is the best.
Well, so let's talk about some way, because I think it takes a lot of courage to bring somebody else along on a sales call.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sales calls are so vulnerable for salespeople, right? Because you just never get it right. I don't care how good you are. You stumble, you say something ridiculous, you put your foot in your mouth. I mean, and then to heighten the vulnerability of having somebody else there, like, observing. I mean, my God. So what are some tips that you have about, receiving feedback, and maybe even some tips about how to ask? Like, do you have tips for how your salespeople can ask people to give them feedback so that they're, left not in a pile of
rubble
years after?
Well, so I think let's go back to where this starts from. We don't want to do it. We don't want to take someone with us. We don't want to role play. We don't want to, record ourselves. We fear looking stupid. We
often do look stupid.
Well, we fear other people are going to think we're stupid. The imposter syndrome comes up, right? I don't actually know what I'm doing, and someone's going to find out that I'm just in disguise here, and I'm really insecure. Everyone has those feelings. And the biggest hurdle you have to getting feedback is going to be, you have to get over that. And no, anyone who gives you feedback, if you're asking someone to honestly assess you and they're coming from a good place, I mean, there's a lot of empathy there. You understand where someone's come from. I understand why you did that. Maybe you weren't expecting that question, and this is how your response came. And so then here's what I see, here's what I know, and here's what we can change or improve. So being afraid to ask for that feedback comes from a very, very, primitive, deep-rooted place in ourselves, where we are afraid of looking stupid. People think we don't know what we're going to do, and we're going to lose our job. And it's just so deeply rooted. But if we can get over that and understand that everyone's been there, everyone feels that way. I think I still feel that way. Don't you?
Yeah, I do. And, but I have never suffered death or dismemberment from somebody giving me feedback.
Yeah, those are my two indicators. Like, that's what we fear. If you're going to go into a situation, and if it's not death or dismemberment, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to be good.
It's not the falling down. It's the not getting back up. No, anyway, yeah. So, no, I think feedback is terrifying, but I will tell you that most times people are much more, gentle and supportive. I think I happen to be, and I think a lot of people are, just a hell of a lot harder on myself than anybody else is on me, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not wearing that like a badge of honor, because that doesn't do anybody any favors to be beating up on yourself. But I think that giving yourself the opportunity to have the feedback and the coaching, when the payoff is so huge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, success is uncomfortable.
Yeah. I think that's, well, a couple of different things just popped in my head too, in that you are not, you're, like you said, you're way harder on yourself. So you are not the best judge of your performance. If you're looking to pick yourself apart, you're probably doing better than what you think you are. You're probably doing better than what you actually think you are. And the other thing too, I think that we fear is that we look at, if we're afraid of feedback, it's because someone's going to say, it's all wrong, you suck, you're not good at this. Whereas really great feedback, giving it and then taking it is about incremental change. It's about, well, let's, rather than starting this way, what if we started this way? It's about, well, what if you set up a little straighter? What if you stop touching your hair? I mean, like, it's these little things, and it's usually going to be incremental things that improve your performance, right? No great, no one who's gotten onto a basketball team ever goes and, has a practice and the coach says, we got to redo all of this, right? This isn't working. It's, hey, let's work on
where to start with you.
Let's work on dribbling, or, let's work on adjusting. I don't know what basketball players do. Let's work on, your arc or whatever. It's the little things that feedback is going to make a big difference, but it's usually going to be the little things. So don't fear. You're probably doing better than what you think. You're not going to die or be dismembered. You probably don't have to overhaul all of you. It's just the little things.
Well, but the thing, this is so perfect. So what you said earlier is a lot of times you don't realize the things that you're doing that are massively costing you. Because you and I were on a sales call the other day with somebody selling to us, and hopefully they're not watching, or maybe hopefully they are. But
yeah,
this person kept saying basically this, basically that, basically this. And they had no idea the degree to which this was pissing Shawn Sandy off. Like, none. She's like, I'm not basic. I don't want anything basically. Why are we talking basically? Like, I want extraordinary. But I promise you, this person doesn't even notice it. And we bought the product anyway, but it was because I bought it. Because Shawn was like, I don't even want to, the product's probably fine, but they said basically too much.
Well, it just started like, it started being the only thing I could hear. Well, basically, and I'm not basic. I am very capable of understanding complex situations. I don't know if that's his go-to move to dumb it down or to start explaining it. It's probably just something he started saying, and now he doesn't get rid of it. Basically, well, or like I said, if you tell me like I said, that means you should be referring to a previous conversation, you dumbass. I mean, that's what I hear in my head. So there are things that
I hate like I said so much. Anyway, go ahead. That one just really.
Well, my son has occasionally said that to me, and I will wreck you if you say that to me. Like I said, Mom, I'm sorry, what?
I will wreck you now.
You should have listened the first time I went around on this. And so, like in that sales demo was not exactly the appropriate place to say that or use it. And I'm sure he just doesn't know. He just doesn't know.
I'm sure. The one thing I discovered by using GONG is my vocal tick is sort of. And how can you even imagine me saying sort of in any, I don't say sort of, but in my sales conversations, I say sort of a lot. What the hell am I talking about? Sort of. How much confidence is that building for anybody? So anyway, I got that right out. Thank you.
Oh, I'm guilty of, no, I don't know. That's over here. Well, so yes, we have those things. And if you're aware of them, or someone kindly brings them to your attention, or you're asking for feedback, you then have the opportunity and the choice to improve. Everything is a choice. I have my kids saying this to me now, like, yeah, I know. These are choices, Mom. These are choices we make. Everything is a choice.
Okay, so your homework for this week is to get one piece of feedback from somebody. Like, ask somebody to give you feedback, or do a ride along, or an in-person, and really, and take that risk.
Yes. You're not going to die. You're not going to be eaten by a cave bear if you leave the cave. You're not going to be torn limb from limb. From limb. That's how you say
Although
it.
speaking of eaten by sharks, which you didn't, one of my favorite. So we're over that topic now. We'll circle back and summarize. But so this so far is one of my favorite pictures of us, right? But Shawn Sandy and I are going to go learn how to surf. in January.
Yeah.
And we are going to give you the best pictures of us learning how to surf. And it's all about learning a new skill. Anyway, I just had to talk about our surf trip.
Yeah. I'm practicing. We're practicing already. Like, I mean, pop-ups and endurance, and I've been swimming in the pool, trying to, paddle. Yeah. We're preparing, right? It's like anything you do, you should prepare before you get there. So when we get there, we don't have to learn the basic stuff so much. So yeah. And then, what's really cool is a lot of these places, you know what they do, Dianna? They record you via video, and then they watch it, and then they give you tips.
Coaching?
Yes, exactly. Because your coach is in the water making sure you don't drown.
Oh my God, that's really important. I was just sitting here wishing I had a large body of water to go swim in.
Exactly. Yes, Lake Michigan, you do. But then you get video coaching of what you're doing, and you can see it, and then they're standing right there with you, and they're giving you tips. So takeaway this week: go get feedback. Don't be afraid. You're gonna be okay. You're doing better than what you think. You're not gonna die. You are not the best person to assess really how you're doing. You're probably too hard on yourself, and no one's gonna say you got to start over with yourselves. They're gonna say, well, let's pick out a couple things to tweak.
Yeah, and then you will soar to the top.
Ride that wave. So, we have so much wave joke stuff.
Oh, we're gonna have so much fun with this. Okay, so I think we killed it. Get feedback. Do it this week, and then tell us in the comments. And here's the feedback we want from you. Subscribe.
Yeah. I also would like feedback on other things you would like to hear us talk about. We'd like feedback on what topics you want to hear more of, or how we just love. Please just tell us how you're doing. Let us know.
Tell us how you're doing.
Yeah.
Tell us what you did this week to get feedback in the comments.
Yep.
And be like Barry. Give us videos. Send us videos. Be like Barry. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's start. Let's roll it out.
All right. We'll kick us out by saying, stop hoping
and start selling.
That's right. Bye.